This program is brought to you by Windhoek Lager, the perfect beer after the perfect round. Windhoek Lager. November 2019, and a South African pair, Mario Strydom and Piet van Schalkwyk, had just won the Windhoek Lager International Pairs Final in Penina, Portugal. Just into its third season, the international pairs had gained massive momentum in the amateur golf scene and was set to grow even bigger and better in 2020. But then came the COVID-19 pandemic.
COVID had a serious impact when it was closed down completely. Nobody allowed at the golf clubs or anything to that effect. But the advantage of golf is that it's deemed as a safe COVID sport, if I can call it that, in that there's no close contact, players can social distance, everything like that. So when that opened, it changed the entire ball game of golf.
Life and sport was just never going to be the same again. So it was with huge anticipation and excitement that the winners of the regional tournaments converged on breathtaking Devon Valley Golf and Wine Estate for the 2020 South African Finals. 18 months and almost 300 tournaments later, the class of 2020 finally had their moment and an opportunity to qualify for the World Finals, which will be hosted on the Algarve in Portugal at the end of the year. For both sponsors and tournament organisers, it was crucial that those amateur golfers affected by the pandemic would not be left behind.
I think it is not only important, it is your word. It is the commitment you've made to the golfers out there to say, guys, enter our competition, this is what you're going to end up doing. And although it took us much longer, with the fantastic support from Windhoek Lager, this is really, really where we want to be. We are extremely proud to have sat down last night with our opening event and see the appreciation from the golfers, the class of 2020, being here and the commitment being fulfilled to them. It is the honest, the right and the appropriate thing to do. Never leave them behind.
Extremely fortunate, and I must say thanks to Grant Hebben and his team from Golf RSA who actually made golf possible during the COVID period and after the COVID period. All the protocols that was brought in, which was brilliant. I mean, as a matter of fact, a lot of other sports actually followed Golf RSA's example with the protocols. So we are extremely proud that we are here on the moment.
COVID-19 had a devastating effect on golf clubs and the personnel working for them. To help combat this, the organisers and sponsors allocated 10% of the entrance fees of the Windhoek Lager International Pairs competition to participating clubs. And while it really took some innovative planning to ensure that the 2020 finals would eventually be held, the 2021 competition is already underway.
Nothing has been lost in terms of the commitment to the golfers. It has been fantastic support from our sponsors, fantastic support from everybody involved, and the golfers loved it. 2021 is already looking fantastic. We've got 300 events lined up at the stage for 2021, qualifying events through the clubs, and it's really, really rocketing.
The stakes are high, and the winners get to travel to Portugal to join 31 other countries in the World Finals. Maintaining the integrity of the competition is vital, and ensuring participants enter with the correct handicaps is crucial.
As far as handicaps are concerned, we double check it. We go back 365 days. We check that the lowest handicap they were in the 365 days, and then 75% of that. So it actually, there's very little room very little room to move with your handicap.
The Windhoek Lager International Pairs is much more than a very competitive amateur competition. It's an experience of a lifetime for golfers from the rural and urban areas.
Unbelievable. A bit frightening and scary, but unbelievable.
I must say it's a chance in a lifetime that we got to play here.
It's such a privilege to actually come to Devon Vale, to be here to play golf on this level for such small town people. But yeah, no, it's amazing. So yeah,
this one is special because there's an opportunity to go overseas. We amateurs, we know have the opportunity to do such thing.
Yeah, it's amazing. the whole tournament is just amazing. The sponsorship, everything is just awesome.
No, it's brilliant. I mean, they've obviously stood behind the guys here that's organizing it, and it's been fantastically run. That's all I can say. And once again, thanks to Windhoek Lager.
No, it's fabulous. I think it's a dream for every amateur to play here, and not even only win here, but the concept is excellent.
Yeah, I mean, obviously 2020 was bad with COVID, and I mean, nothing really happened, but I mean, thanks to Windhoek that's really playing their part and showing that they're going to continue with this competition in 2020 and even in 2021. I think they said last night it's the longest running golf tournament in 18 months. So, I mean, yeah, hats off to Windhoek and the sponsors.
We've had really good times together. We've bonded together.
It shows me also.
It shows me. But it's lekker.
I know it was
We've
fun.
had such a good time together. We bonded, and it's been good friendship too.
The introduction of a women's, mixed and disabled section at the 2019 World Final in Portugal was a massive step forward for the international pairs. In that year, the South African pair of Isabel Bax and Sally Ann Height from Mount Edgecombe Country Club represented South Africa at the World Pairs Final in Portugal and became the inaugural women's champions. Aiming to follow in their footsteps were Sonia Köhler and Suzanne Christian from Somerset West Golf Club. The competition is played on the Better Ball Stableford format, and after round one, Köhler and Christian held a 1-point lead over Sue Smith and Tanya Adams from Mount Edgecombe. With only the winners to be invited to Portugal, it was a tense affair over the last few holes. But the Somerset West pair came through to win by 2 points and could not hide their delight.
I love it too.
Yes,
yeah.
I love the competitiveness.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, we both participate in Western Province events whenever we can. Yes, it's only a game, but we love the competitiveness.
Because it's totally different
It's
than your
completely
usual
different.
ladies' Tuesdays where we
Yes.
play, where we just have fun with our friends and hopefully play good golf. But no, this is a totally different ball game, and I just love it because you just have to step up.
And you
know?
meet so many new people,
As
new
well.
friends. You make new friends. It's great. It's fantastic.
Sonia Köhler and Suzanne Christian, winners of the women's section of the 2020 Windhoek Lager International Pairs South Africa Final. A narrow 2-point win, but they'll take it any day. Darfel Leroux from Kuilsrivier Golf Club is a seasoned campaigner in the Windhoek Lager International Pairs. In fact, he played in the SA Finals in Windhoek and qualified for the World Finals back in Season 1. After serving a cooling-off period, he was back with partner Rhys Human to challenge for the title. Alex Moonsamy and Logan Chetty from Maidstone Golf Club led after the first round. The final day started off as a seeded draw, with leading pairs playing together and made for a great battle for the championship title. The pair from Maidstone Golf Club had a challenging last round and only came up with 33 points, but it was the pairing from Kuilsrivier Golf Club that took the top spot with a brilliant 43 points on the final day to secure the win by 2 points.
Every amateur golfer has got certain goals in his life. You start off by trying to break 100 and then 90 and 80 below par. But I think the ultimate of this competition, or let me put it another way, the ultimate is to play in this competition. It's so well organized, so well run. The camaraderie between the players it's different than just a normal average playing on a Saturday or a Wednesday competition. Guys that play with you, we know we are opponents on the field, but the guys, they cheer you on when they see you leading. So, yeah, it's difficult to explain, but you definitely need to be here in order to nou raak my woorde ook weg.
Leroux and Human with a much improved second round to take the title to earn them an invitation to Portugal. Behind them, though, it was very complicated. 3 pairs were tied for second place on 79 points, resulting in a playoff to determine second place and the team that would join Leroux and Human at the World Pairs Finals. A 3-way playoff on the 18th hole, tensions and excitement running high. For these amateur club golfers, a taste of what it feels like to play on the professional circuit. No room for mistakes. Henny Hammer from Paarl Golf Club threw the gauntlet down with a great approach to put pressure on the other pairs. The Kranspoort Golf Club pair of Kobus Kutzer and Luki Harmse also had a shot at winning, Coetzee needed to make this long par putt to stay in the playoff. Ghulam Wahid and NSM Maharaj from Mount Edgecombe Country Club in KwaZulu-Natal were in second place after the first round on 40 points, one behind the overnight leader. Now in the playoff, Wahid needed to get this putt to roll in to stay alive in the playoff. The Kranspoort pair of Coetzee and Harmse had another shot at winning the playoff. Harmse with a par putt he misread completely and he made a bogey, all of which left the door open for Hammer and Dick Coetzee. All the pressure on Hammer. The Paarl Golf Club member did not stroke on this hole, so he needed a birdie for the win. Probably the most important putt of his golf career.
Yes, that definitely was the most important putt, and it was in the middle. It never looked like missing.
Wonderful. We're going to enjoy Portugal. We can't wait to go. We're going to line up and we're going to make sure that when we get there, we're going to play good golf. We're going to really put a lot of effort in.
You know, for me, the way they've done it, I think it's absolutely fantastic. For all the guys that went through, you know, from the first rounds at their clubs, and then qualified to then even continue in 21 after very difficult times that we had, you know, of COVID-19. To continue that 2020 people that qualified, I think was absolutely it was a brilliant idea, and I think everybody will vouch for that. You know, it's outstanding.
With the 2020 Windhoek Lager Pairs South Africa final now completed, the focus shifts to the 2021 finals, which will also be hosted in September at the Devon Vale Golf and Wine Estate. The winners from this event will join the 2020 champions at the World Finals at the end of October at the JJW's Pinheiros Altos Golf Course in Portugal's Algarve. A fantastic 2 days of amateur golf superbly hosted by Devon Vale Golf and Wine Estate. World-class organisation by Johan Scholes, Gerard Conradi and their team at International Pairs. Perhaps the best way to describe the event are in the words of one of the competitors, John Price of Shark River Golf Club. We arrived as strangers, competed seriously and left as friends. This program is brought to you by Windhoek Lager, the perfect beer after the perfect round. Windhoek Lager.